I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to.
Hey YouTube, welcome back. My name is Sarah and today I am doing a wearable St. Patrick's Day March Madness look. So if you're interested in how to get the look we did today, just keep watching.
Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us.
Okay, so since we're doing a dark color with shades that have a little bit of a black undertone, I'm actually going to use a black primer, and that way it will help the green actually stand out rather than looking more black. So this is one of the few that I know of. You could also use like liner base or whatever, but I'm just using this because it's like an actual eye primer. Just pat it out. Anything that has a black undertone to, or black in it, like a lot of purples are, a lot of dark greens, dark blues, they all do that. So this is the perfect primer to use underneath them to get them to actually pop so you can see that true color. As you can see, I mean, it's more of a gray than a black, but we get a real nice green coming. So all of the shadows I'm using today are actually from Makeup Geek, and this is actually a palette I picked out all the shades. So I'm gonna, since we're going with green, I'm gonna go with this less yellowy brown. If I went with this one, I would end up looking like I had a bruise on my face, okay? We don't want that. We don't want a black eye, but we want something that's gonna kind of complement it. So I'm taking a really large fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go in the crease. Now I do have hooded eyes, and so I sort of fudge where my socket is. So what I do, having hooded eyes, is I just sort of fudge where my crease, my eye socket is. And what you always want to do when you have hooded eyes is, and I literally have to do, I have to like shake my eyes. And then I look straight ahead into a mirror to see what it's gonna look like when I'm actually out, you know, and then I'm like, okay, you know, I can see my shadows, you know, they're kind of where I want them. Because if you only do your shadows like this in the mirror, you're like, oh yeah, that looks great. What'll happen a lot of times if you're really hooded like me, then when you're totally done and your face goes back to normal, you don't see anything. Lame. So we don't want that. I really like the Makeup Geek shadows. They're super affordable. They are actually available now in Target. I was about to say that they're only online, but some products, not everything, but some products are in Target now, which is really great because it's a really affordable brand. I guess I wouldn't call it drugstore because it's not in a drugstore, but you got me. Okay, so that was just a typical fluffy brush. This is a brush I got, it's one of my favorites. I got it at Ulta, and it is a NYX brush number 17. Super love. Okay, going back into the palette, I'm gonna take a combo between this like really true like green and this sort of like brownish green. But it has like that sort of olivey undertone, and so we're gonna throw this just below where we put that other color and onto this dark smoke eye primer. And this is where you're gonna start seeing the benefits of using a really dark primer or just a dark base, you know. This is a Smashbox one, but you could definitely go with using like a NYX or like black base. I think they make one that comes in a pot. And I know that they're definitely not the only ones for sure. I'm gonna go back a little bit with that top color just to help it out. Because I'm working with darker colors, I have not done my face yet, obviously. And so that'll happen next, and then I can clean up anything from here or anything that flicks into the center here. So that's helpful. Okay, so we're gonna go with this nice olivey metallic shade. I'm using a flat shadow brush. This happens to be a MAC 247, but you could use any. Whatever you have that is super flat, like a paintbrush. And we're gonna go right on and boom. Look how green it looks. If I didn't have the really dark base underneath, you wouldn't see so much green. I love green. I just feel like it really enhances my hazel eyes and it makes them look more green than brown. So I totally love that. Okay, I'm gonna go just with the center one. Tap off the excess. Wipe off the dust. Just gonna touch up out here. Just a hair. I'm gonna touch up the already done one. So now for my brow highlight, I am gonna, well, which I didn't really do to my other one. I have this whole palette here, and this is a Z palette, and I have mostly Makeup Geek in here. I'm just gonna throw this on. It is bright. I can't remember what it's a dupe for. This is Shimma. This is a Sephora brush. It came in a set, so there's no number or anything on it, but it is the one that has the rosy bronze ferrules, if you're curious, and they do still have these brushes. I love this set. There are a lot of great brushes in this set, maybe only one or two that I don't use much. So I'm just gonna tone down what I put on because I don't like to have a hugely highlighted brow. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit back, not too much. Okay, I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna put on my other lash liner and do my face. Then we'll come back to do the lower lid. And we are back. As you can see, I have got foundation on. I did a little bit of bronzer with a little bit of blush and some highlight. Okay, let's finish up the lower lash line. Basically, I'm just gonna hit underneath with one of the darker colors. I'm gonna mix the center and the green. That's all I'm gonna do. I didn't wear green for a really long time either. I was always about bronzes and warm oranges. I didn't wear green much, but those days are gone. I always use my face highlighter for my inner corner. It's rare that I don't. I'm gonna take the same brush. We're gonna go in this metallic shade here. Throw that on. I don't often use a liner on the lower. I like keeping it a bit softer. So I'm going to be using, I used it on the top lashes before I put the falsies on. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, and this is just the limited edition packaging that they came out with last year. I think a part of their mermaid collection. Hold for mascara application, because can't talk while I do that. I do really enjoy that mascara. I like that wand style, the natural fibers. What do we think? I would consider this to be a really great option to wear for St. Patrick's Day or just anytime in March if you're going to a March Madness game or March Madness party. You know, you just rock some green, or if you're wearing a camo shirt like me, I think that would go great. You could also, if you wanted to change it up, put a pop of gold on the center of your eye. That would be beautiful. Let's finish up with some lips because I just realized. Hang on. So yeah, so that's the finished look. If you're at all curious as to what I used, before I threw on the foundation, I used the Origins Original Skin Primer. The Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation, I used the shade Nude. I put on the Flawless Fusion Concealer from Laura Mercier. I use the color 2C. And on top of that, I always use the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. This is, you can't even hardly tell, Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, look how used it is. Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I threw on the blush, Sonia Kashuk blush in Sunset number 3. For highlight, I threw on the Fenty Beauty Hustla Baby. I've used this light side quite a bit. That's basically what I threw on my face, just in case you're curious at all.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces.
And if you enjoyed today's video, please do all the deeds down there in the corner. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe with the little bell dude. It helps to make sure that you don't miss any of my uploads. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye. That's a wrap. And now I get to go cook dinner. How exciting.
I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I